So this isn't exactly about entities, but there've been like a few times in recent months where I've interacted with something that's like attuned me to some sort of energy. Like I listened to a woman talk once and then all of a sudden I like went into this weird trance and then I had this like dream that I was kind of like possessed by healing energy, but I think it's just like me being attuned. And yesterday I started reading this book and every time I start reading it, my feet get hot and energy starts pulsing out of my hands and feet. And then, like last night, I had this dream again that I was like possessed by this energy. But I think like somehow this book is attuning me to something. So, like every time I'm attuned to new energy, I get these dreams that I'm like possessed by an energy. But I think it's just like an upgrade in my system. It's just like my body's not super familiar with the energy. So it manifests as being like possessed by an energy in my sleep.
When you describe possessed by an energy, does it feel frightening, uncomfortable, heavy, dark? How might you
Um,
describe it?
it feels like there's an energy coming through my system that's very powerful, and I don't really have control over it taking over me, you know?
Hmm.
And it's not necessarily frightening, but I don't have control over it, and it's powerful.
Yeah,
That's how it feels.
yeah, yeah, great. Yeah. So the entity stuff, the quote unquote demonic stuff, it's very obvious. It's you can't mistake it. It's very heavy, dark stuff.
This
Then there's
isn't
like,
dark. It's just
right.
like I'm not used to it, so it's like I'm not sure what to make of it.
Yeah, there's a certain intensity that can come with, the light. The light can be intense.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it's heavy, dark, uncomfortable. It's just intense, like bright. Like, whoa, like
Yeah.
this is really bright. But your nervous system is basically saying, whoa, this is bright, very powerful. And that's Shakti. That's Shakti, right? Some of us have very powerful Kundalini Shakti risings, which are beautiful, but like the beauty is a lot, the power is a lot. That work in particular, Swami Muktananda, is very powerful work. Like he was known to be incredibly radiant and have a very powerful ability to transmit Shakti. That was his gift, was to give transmission, and not just in person, also in the book.
Yeah, clearly.
Also, yeah, yeah. Um, he had in the book, I think he writes about it, or I read it somewhere. He had a Rottweiler dog that was his pet, and even the dog, was just like being around him in that energy field for so intensely. I think somebody took the dog to the vet, and the vet got Shaktipat from the dog because the dog was also just radiating. And Tawny's here. Tawny describes seeing a picture of Muktananda way back and having receiving a transmission as well. So very powerful work there. Very powerful work. Yeah. And it's valid. It's valid. You're not just getting information from that book or exploring any of this type of material. There's an energetic transmission as well. And that's I think he describes having written that book like in a sort of channeled state over a very short period of time, like a couple weeks. So even whenever anybody creates art, writing, a teaching, music from that space, that they're writing from the place within that has that Shakti flowing within. And so when they create the art or the book, that energy gets infused in the book. And now anybody who picks it up, if they're receptive and it's at the right time for them, they can perceive it and feel it, or they hear a song or see a painting. It's imbued or infused with that energy. I experienced it with Mary Schutan's work. I just wandered into the bookstore and I picked up her book off the shelf, and my hands are vibrating reading her book, The Spiritual Awakening Guide. And so many books can have that. Even some of the ancient ones, of course, will have it. But some are a bit more obvious for some people. And I know like that author in particular, that was his thing. So yeah, what you're experiencing is very in alignment with what others have reported as well.
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago, or maybe last week or something, you said that at one point you had so much energy pumping through your body that you were almost afraid. And you're like, I'm Brent's spirit. I shouldn't be afraid of this, but you almost were because it was so intense. That exact same thing happened to me last night. Like I wasn't quite anxious and I wasn't quite scared, But there was like an undertone of that because I was like, I've never had so much energy pumping through my body before, and I've had it happen a lot. So I'm like, this is like, how much prana can pump through someone's body? Like, does it she keep getting more and more intense until like what's when does it end? You
It's
know?
hard to say, right? I think that like this may be the ongoing process here, which is just more and more deeper states or more and more intense states of energy flow that we become acclimated to over the course of our lifetime. Um, in the beginning, it's a lot because we're not used to it. Then it becomes the norm. It's kind of like, maybe if you go to the gym, you lift 5 pounds, it's heavy, but then you do that. Then the next week, 5 pounds doesn't feel like anything. So you pick up 10 pounds and that feels heavy. And eventually it's like that. So maybe that's what's happening here as we get used to the energy flow, it becomes more subtle. Um, I think it's an ongoing thing and it can get deeper and deeper. And that's why ongoing spiritual practice is necessary. Even once you attain certified enlightenment or whatever, like you still will meditate and still practice because you can keep going deeper. Um, it, it's uh it's an ongoing process. And if I sometimes I think about, if we took the state of consciousness of, like a great saint or great master like the Buddha, it's not just that he knows something that we don't know. There's an energy flow in the system that we're not yet acclimated to. So if you took that state of consciousness of the Buddha and put it into my body or your body, unless you're, operating at the level of the Buddha, you'd probably get fried. It's too much, right? So it takes time. It takes time for the nervous system to be acclimated to the energy. And like I'm feeling it today, actually. Today I'm just when the call started, it's a bit of an intensity happening here.
Yeah,
Um,
like
yeah.
yeah. I feel it too. Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. All standard typical typical amongst the Kundalini stuff, but maybe not typical in general, but typical stuff happening here. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And Tani shares here. I have that book as well, Muktananda. There's power in its transmission, even through a book. Sometimes the mind wants to make sense of spiritual materials and it cannot. So just relaxing a bit with the sensations as if they are from spirit and enjoying the new light coming into you. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah.